May I invite RG Issac Mathew, founder of IndusNet TechShoe. He wrote Young Blood, High Dream in 2008. TechShoe has shaped up well from a two-people company to 60-plus. Amazing team, great clients, and far higher dreams. He and his partner created SEO for clients, which is now techshoe.com. The rest is, as they say, is history. So without further ado, let's welcome Mathew on stage, who will speak on heavyweight digital marketing, lift higher weights.
Is it on? Yeah, till the time it's getting set up, I just wonder, like, when WhatsApp came into the picture, nobody forced anybody to use WhatsApp. Everybody was using WhatsApp, even my parents are using WhatsApp. And what is the reason? Because there is benefit. And now for digital marketing, why is that we have to force all the companies to use digital marketing or to go digital? Why so much of force? Why can't this come very naturally? What is the leg that we are missing? So I thought I'll just cover it really quick. So as Samrat said, that there are many things that needs to come together so that it can make a proper sense. So what I did is, right now it's Olympics. Even for digital marketing or digital world, what's going to happen is this is going to be a big industry, or this is going to be a major part of your market. So it will be a big competition, which as of now is not that big competition. So what you need to do is, if you start today, probably you will be ready for that competition. So that's a presentation that I'd like to take in next 10 minutes. Okay. All right. So that's a bit about me. So almost about to complete the 14 years Vanvas in digital. So probably that's the time, India has taken a lot of time to come to a level where digital is being talked about. But there's a lot to learn from digital for sure. In next 2 to 3 years, I expect that digital will be a mainstream engagement, mainstream value addition for all of the businesses. All right, so this is my Twitter. If you are interested, please follow me. I'll follow you back. And to know more about our company, to know more about us, there is a stall available. You can visit us. I'll go directly to the next section. Like, as you have seen that in Olympics, if somebody needs to participate into Olympics, it's not only about participating for that event or preparing for the event. You also need to build yourself. You need to have a great mindset. You need to have a great base strength. And even for digital, if you are going into that kind of a competition where today the competition is less, but future the competition is going to be more, how are you preparing your company with the base strength? How are you preparing your company with the mindset? That's what exactly we're going to talk about. And obviously, currently, the percentage that you're spending, the percentage that is at stake is very low, but that's not going to be the future. The future is going to be that this is a major, major thing. I'll give you examples. Like when in US, I had a client who was one of the major printing organizations. They used to print for Stanford, Ford, Ferrari, all the big clients. But all of a sudden, the digital changed the game for them. The newer players started coming in. The bigger player started diminishing, and the newer players started coming in. Is that going to happen to your industry? It has happened many times in India. You have seen Oyo rooms coming in, you have seen Ubers coming in, and taking on bigger players and making a bigger success out of it. So is that going to happen with your industry? Maybe. Right now, you may think it's not going to happen, but anytime it can happen. How can we be prepared for that future? If you look at it, the market is getting significant. Right now, we are talking about around 462 million people who are on internet. Is that a significant market? Some of them are active, some of them are not active, but surely this is going to be reaching a tipping point where this is going to be much more interesting for all the businesses to use digital. Even look at the time spent on digital. Like people who are on digital, they're spending around 2 hours plus on TV, whereas they're spending more than 4 hours on digital, on desktop, on mobile. So that's a significant market to look at. Even if you look at mobile as well as desktop, mobile has surpassed the desktop. So more and more people on mobile, which I don't have to tell you because that's and also, the online, offline differences. There is no such difference right now. It is all the same because end goal is same, whether you achieve from online, whether you achieve from offline, whether you are preparing an offline strategy for future, whether you are doing an online strategy for future. It's more or less same, but are we realizing that this is getting integrated? Will all the businesses have technology at the core of it? That's what we see. And another thing is, it's going to have its own learning curve. Don't expect that you will enter into digital today and you will be an expert tomorrow. So if you have to learn, as somebody said, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years back or today. The second best time is today. If you want to go digital, if you have not gone digital, the time is today so that you can start. Not necessary that you're going to reap everything today, but you will take your own time to learn. And that's what it's going to happen. You know, it's like, it can be a little, weird learning as well. It may not be that structured learning. If you see, it's a dog called Boo. How many of you have seen the Boo on Facebook? Yeah, some of you have seen Boo on Facebook. You know how many fans Boo has? 17 million plus. I just did a small comparison with, our politicians who are very active on social media. So you can see it's not only the thing that we are seeing is on digital. There are many more things. There is a Olympics for selfies. And this is the guy who won the Olympics for selfies. Even for Pokemon, there is a person who has collected around 140 some Pokemons, and he has been given a world tour to go and catch rest of the Pokemon. That's a free world tour. And we are certainly looking at newer things. If you're not in digital, it's not going to happen. And don't try to learn digital. Get there. Learning comes later. If you learn to go digital, you will never go digital. But if you go digital, the learning will automatically happen. And that's what it is. Even if you see, the Twitter is the new CRM. And can anyone guess what those numbers means? This was covered in this Economics Times, this Sunday's Economics Times. You get 7,000 tweets per day. Out of this, 1,000 tweets are actionable complaints or actionable tweets. Can anyone tell us what or who is tweeting this, or which Twitter handle is responsible for this? Any idea? Railways, absolutely. And probably this is one area where we are saying government is ahead of many other organizations. And if you see, this is the total number of calls that they get on their helpline, 100. And that's the number of tweets that you get on Twitter. Nobody wants to save the number that you have for your phone or your helpline. This is what people have saved. People have already saved Twitter. That's their CRM. Don't expect them to download your phone number. They're going to tweet, you're going to answer, or somebody else will answer for you. And just 7 pointers. If you're looking at winning in this Olympics, how can you start today and how can you win? Okay, so one is that the marketing, the fundamentals of marketing is right there where it has to be. It is the core of every digital marketing. If you're good at marketing, if you just look at this particular statistics, previously a person who knew SEO, a person who knew PPC could do better job than somebody who knew marketing. Now it's the other way around. I am sure that in a year or two, it will be the marketing people who will be able to do a better job at SEO, better job at PPC, better job at social media. So the fundamentals of marketing has done a comeback, and it's going to be the center of it. So even when you are hiring people, please make sure you hire with marketing fundamentals, and also don't put wrong people at the wrong place. Don't hire somebody who is an SEO expert and make them your digital marketing head. If you're going to do that, whole marketing is going to be wrong for in next 1 or 2 years. The second is, within this, just look at the amazing segmentation that is available. Amazing segment. You can even target your wife. That's the kind of segment that is available. On your anniversary, your wife is going to see all the advertisement, nobody else. That's the kind of advertising, that's the kind of amazing segmentation which is available. Just look at this plugin, which is Lightbeam Firefox plugin. Just go to a website, see how many people are tracking you, what data you are giving to Google, what data you are giving to Facebook. Amazing data is available, and that allows you to have a better segmentation. So and once you have seen all this, 4 P's of marketing, probably one P that you have not heard is the P for place is basically Google on digital, because people go to Google, does everything from there. So marketing fundamentals have not changed. It's just the definitions have changed here and there. Now if you look at it, people will go to Google and start their search. Are you there? And like all of these things. I'll just skip this, but your target segment, and also remember one thing, there is previously when we did traditional marketing, you had one target group or a large target group and you had a messaging. Now it's about small target groups, and for each target group have a message. Multiple TGs, multiple message, multiple channels. That's the way you can get the best success out of it. All right. And again, this is something that we are seeing very less in India, that you have a very short-term strategy, but you don't have a long-term strategy. And because digital was always considered as a campaign, a short-term campaign. But if you don't start today, you cannot be there in next 3 months, 4 months. If you want a ranking in Google and you tell an agency, get the ranking in 3 to 4 months, the agency is not going to say no because you don't want to hear no, and the agency will get your contract, but they will never be able to rank you. And that's the unfortunate thing about the contracts that we are getting. But then if you start today, you can have long-term plan for that. Okay. And obviously, like Samrat also said, that you need to build your assets, digital assets. The worst thing that you have done is to have a website, have a mobile app, and not maintaining it. Because once you have done your website, once you have done your mobile app, you think the game is over, or you have done your job. The target for the year is met. But that's not reality. You have just bought an elephant, now you need to feed it. So you're going to spend money on that as well. You need to check the content regularly. If that's not happening, probably you're not getting, even, you need to have social media policies for employees. How many of us have social media policies for your employees? Not many. That's what future is going to be. Because you go to a hospital, just travel in their lift, you will understand how good the hospital is. Now that lift discussion is going on social. So it's also important that how strong are your policies for your employees, because they will have a lot of inside stories as well. But today it's not important, but for sure tomorrow it's important. So start today. Okay. Many things apart from that, your marketing automation, the site speed, all of these things probably are technical, but yes, you need to do it. You need to prepare yourself. Okay. And even when you're assigning the budgets, just I have put in, so are you assigning some budget for your presence? Are you assigning some budget for your hygiene? We did an activity this Friday where we took a full day session on how to allocate budgets, how to do digital marketing strategy. So this is a slide from there where different teams have allocated how much money they're going to allocate to different kind of streams. Okay, so even for usability, CRO, engagement, these are all terms. If these are alien terms for you, the future is about these terms. Okay, giving you a small example. This is a small part of usability. If you see, if the child is looking at you, people are looking at the child. But if the child is looking at the content, people are looking at the content. So what do you want them to look at? Do you want them to look at the child, or do you want them to look at the content? If yes, this is what usability is all about. And all the bigger companies which have grown to the next level are working on usability. Their CEOs are working on usability. This is the industry which is highest paid. If you want the best job in the industry, this is the industry to be in. Okay, so even if you look at it, the people who are into digital marketing, these are the attributes, these are the skills that are seeked. And one of the attribute is how to manage team, because you're going to manage so many teams. And each team will have so many complications. You need to have creativity, you need to have technical skills, and you need to manage the team. And I don't remember which agency it was or which company it was. They were managing 142 or 147 agencies together. And now they're trying to consolidate for sure. And end of the day, even if you're doing advertisement or you're doing any kind of content marketing, please be valuable to your end customers, because they own the skip button and the share button. If they like you, they will share it. If they don't like you, they will skip it. You can't force them to see it. You can certainly force them to view it. Your impression data can go high, but your returns will not go high. So think about the customer. Is your ad adding value? Is your content adding value? Don't create liabilities. And I don't know whether I've covered this. Yeah, so, just look at Aditya Birla. What Aditya Birla has done is they've created something called My Universe, where you can plan your budget for free, and then they're pushing their content from it. Nike has done Nike Runner app. Even society, you can take care of society by doing some advertisement. People do check in. How many of you have heard of Kankhajura station, right? So it's adding value. It's a marketing tool, but end of the day, it's also adding value. And that's what it's all about, right? And the sixth point is about digital makes. Don't tell your team do SEO or PPC or anything. Just tell them, this is my top level metrics. How will you do it? How will you achieve it? And go for your dashboards. And we were talking about content marketing. Just look at this data. Okay, it says every 2 days, we create as much information as we did till 2003. And that was in 2013. And today, every year we are doubling the data, which is supposed to be in 12 hours, the data will be doubled. So are we going to create more content for whom? Is it your content going to stay somewhere in that whole clutter? So if you're doing content, think about content consolidation rather than content creation if you're not good at content creation. If you have unique content, why not? But it's again a competitive world. And just that sentence by Einstein a long time back is about branding. I don't want to remember you. When I need you, I'll search and find you. Okay, so if you expect people to remember you, it's past. People will come back to you when it's required. Okay, whenever you hear about all these buzzwords, look at the objectives that you have. And this is like, whatever channel you look at it, there are a lot of things that you can look at it. Where is your market? Is your market on search? Is your market contextual? And every single channel. And this is an amazing website. If you want to take it, it's called thinkwithgoogle.com. Okay? So there you have amazing data, amazing tool set. You can look at it. You can look at the rich media advertisement examples and so on. So I have taken this from US. India is unfortunately not there in the country where you can see the whole channel for which industry, what channels works, but more or less you can get a hint out of it, okay? And then, obviously, the technology and marketing are coming together. Internationally, we have MarTech as a division. Internationally, MarTech is one of the, almost like 80-90% of the businesses have adopted MarTech as a designation. Okay, Chief Marketing Technologist is there. But whereas in India, it's about to, and learning technology is not easy. Neither is learning marketing. It has to come together, and obviously this is the future. So people will learn more about MarTech, okay? And that's what, okay? And wishing you all a great digital win. That's the objective. The agencies, the clients, everybody has to come together, and the digital success stories can be created from any state, any location, because there is no barrier. And Calcutta can again create amazing success stories if we work together and we understand what digital is all about. And NASSCOM has started, if you see that NASSCOM initial Facebook pages, Twitter pages, we had so much of engagement started from Calcutta itself where people saw that engagement. That's possible again. Okay, so few things about us. We have the stall. Please look at our stall if it is there. And thanks for your attention. I hope you had a great presentation. Thank you. Hopefully I was on time.
Ajit, thanks very much for your engaging presentation. May I request Shukonna to come here, please? Shukonna, are you here? Shukonna, are you here? Who else is here? I don't even see Shomir. Rajuda, can you come up here, please? Rajuda, Vice Chairman, can you come up here to greet Aji?
Thank you so much.